Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share a journal prompt that I recently, well, it was on the 22nd of October. And I just wanted to share because I feel like it's important. And also, I do believe that I experienced quantum jumping. I feel like I'm on I shifted timelines in different realms. And I just wanted to share a couple things that have come up for me, and maybe it could be relatable to someone else. I don't know. But if you see me looking down, this is my journal. And yeah, so just a backstory. I shared last week a video about me basically having, long story short, having a tower moment. And I was holding on to things and not allowing them to let go in order for a new to come in. So like any tower moment, things are basically taken, and it shifts your life, but based off of your perspective of the change. If you're willing and embracing and accepting the change, then it could be a positive experience and an opportunity for you to change your current life situation. So if you haven't seen that video, go back, it's pretty good. But basically, in my journal prompts, I was just saying that how I was receiving gems and great growth opportunities and experiences and things like that, but I was stressing a lot. So it wasn't that I wasn't getting any, I was getting them, but I think that I was just basically blocking them. But probably in the videos to come, you'll continue to see me say, just continue to refer back to this new perspective that I'm experiencing and the changes that has come into my life because of it. But it just has me so in alignment. And I feel like I'm ready to take on the world. Before, I will always feel like I'm ready to take on the world. But also, in the back of my mind is lingering all the life stresses that I had. So I wasn't able to fully align because my whole life wasn't in alignment. And it's like they always say, which I don't believe, how say your life, your home life isn't good, but your business is thriving, and you just have all this other stuff going on good except for one area. But I feel like it was just one area, which was my finances wasn't where everything else was in my life at that time. So I wasn't fully aligning because I still had that in the back of my mind, and I still had that thought process of, yes, I believe, however, this is still going on, so I'm still thinking about this. So I wasn't fully able to align and put the full energy of believing and trusting out into the universe, because no matter what I told myself, I really wasn't. Which is only, it makes sense who is fully aligned when they have certain stresses in their life. You know what I mean? Like it's just what it is. I was just stating how I'm shifting into a new reality where I'm no longer resonating with certain frequencies anymore. And it just basically it's saving me time, because I don't have to put my energy into those things that were no longer serving me, and that I'm able to put that energy into myself now. And also, I was just saying how this feeling of knowing is insane, and I'm correlating it with peace, self-worth, and discovery. So before, even in my video before, I would say how my money circumstances or just my life at that moment, or just the stresses of my life, determined my self-worth, and shame and all that was a part of it too. And depending on how my financial situation would be, that would determine my self-worth, if I was worthy enough to have all my desires. Am I able to actually manifest what I want? Like, how can I, when my reality is showing me something different? So now it's just been a shift, and the shift is that no matter what my circumstance is, this is just what my life is. It's meant to be whatever I want it to be. And it's allowing me to further dive deeply into my self-discovery and continuously figuring out not only who I am, but who I already was. I'm just remembering who I already was since I lost that. So it's not that I'm a new person, it's just that I'm rediscovering who I originally was before I became lost. So that was huge for me. I also have, my job is also to pay attention and listen to nudges and act on them moving forward, especially while I'm in it. So what I meant by that is I've been feeling a sense of nudging and urgency to where I have journal prompts or just revelations or aha moments, breakthroughs, whatever you want to call them. I'll have them, or I'll have like this nudge to share the experience or what happened right then and there. But sometimes we don't always act on them because, you know, trying to be a content creator, you're going to try to plan it out and have it perfect. And let me outline it a little bit versus just sharing my story. Like, who cares? It's still going to come out the way it needs to come out. And I guarantee this video might not be completely like outlined. I don't want to say appropriately because it's like the videos are how you want them to be. But just putting it out there off of what you're feeling, the nudge, listen to the nudge. If I'm feeling that I need to share something that might be important to get out versus just putting it in my journal, because that's getting out written form, but also just verbally expressing it and putting out to the universe the experiences that I'm feeling and getting out there, it just helps. So that's something that I want to work on, is listening to my intuition and those nudges and acting on them immediately, because I'm getting out of that perfectionism mindset, because it's not healthy. It's not healthy, period. And I put, things will never be the same from this point on. Before I connected that with, it says, before I connected that with me having all my desires overnight, when in all reality, these huge revelations, quantum jumps, and changing my thoughts, which therefore are changing my reality and what I see in front of me, it looks really different. So basically, the perspective change is happening. Before, I'm like, okay, my life is never going to be the same after this. And then I'm thinking like, tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'm going to have the dream home. I'm going to have just all these clients just waiting in my inbox, and I'm going to wait for, I'll just have the car out for, like, just thinking that things are going to happen that way. Not to say that they won't, because I do believe in supernatural blessings and miracles. However, I do believe that it starts with me and the belief that I have, and start to take those action steps to create the reality. I want to be an influencer, and not in a sense of, I just want to influence people in a way that is healthy and is bringing them back to who they truly are meant to be, and that they are seeking God in themselves, but not in a preachy way. But I want to be a creator, so, and I want to be an influencer, so I have to act on it. What would I be doing as my higher self right now? Would I be sitting in the house just visualizing, not doing anything, and thinking that everything's going to come to me? That's how I thought it would have been before. But now it's like, no, put the action, and it's not in a forceful way. I actually want to do it because this is what my higher self wants. Something else that I wrote is, right now I'm feeling what peace looks like, even with the smallest things. But the understanding of what I'm learning makes me feel limitless, especially knowing all I gotta do is do what makes me happy. This is how God, money, and everything else I want is going to bring it right to me. And we are conditioned to hustle and chase that we don't know our superpowers. What I mean by that, I saw this video, it's so crazy. I saw this video where this guy was saying how we choose everything in life. I don't know, I feel like we are choosing ego or intuition. Ego is okay, hustle, hustle, hustle. I'm gonna go get this job. I'm gonna make this money, because we feel like this is our way of living. This is our way of means. You know what I mean? And it is so hard and scary to believe in God and believe and have faith to allow him to lead us. And the intuition is doing what makes us feel right versus, okay, I get that job and I have the money, but I'm still not happy. Like, what am I missing? This is the job that I wanted. It's the pay and the money that I have. I'm able to get this house. I'm able to get the car that I want. Why am I still not happy? It's because you don't want it. It's just logically, it makes sense. So our superpowers are our intuition, following through with the things that feel good to you, and listening to your gut, and but they don't seem practical. You know what I mean? So it's like you're going to think from a perspective of logical, and you're going to think like, oh no, people are going to say, or your family's going to be like, you can't just, I don't know, this is our way of how we, people who are spiritual, how we think and move is so different, and it doesn't make any sense. But that's trust, that's faith, that's believing. And that's when you start to notice that things start to happen for you, and it's because that's what you're supposed to be doing. And that's a superpower. And we don't realize it because we are in such a societal world where nothing that has to do for your peace, your soul, your spirit will ever make sense, just because we're not taught that. And lastly, something else that I do want to, not lastly, but I also do want to mention that I am not obsessed, but I really like tarot readings. I feel like it's all based off of an energy. If I'm feeling a certain energy, it's like, let me go watch this one who's talking about, I don't really watch about love, but I watch about just my mindset and just things that are happening for me and things that I'm walking into and things that I'm experiencing right now at this moment. And I feel like they've always been telling the truth about abundance, sometimes love, all the good things. But I didn't fully believe it enough for it to actually all the way come true. And I would keep giving up on myself when that's the main person who needed my belief and own knowing. That's deep. How do I expect anything to happen if I'm not even being consistent with myself? I don't even want it for myself. I'm thinking that it's supposed to happen, and I'm looking at it from a perspective that it's supposed to be hard, and it's not supposed to be enjoyable, but that's not realistic. That's not the reality of it. And it just hit me where it's like I'm following, and I've been taking the steps, and this is like a part of the learning journey, but I was not putting the full faith behind myself. I didn't fully believe in myself, and I allowed external experiences and what was in front of me to determine how I showed up for myself. And I would for a while, but then I would give up because it's like, this is too hard. I gotta deal with the reality and all this other stuff. So I think that like really hit home, because you are the main person who needs to believe in you. Nobody else is gonna believe in you and what you want for yourself more than you. And now that I'm getting into a different, higher frequency and connecting more with God and listening to myself, I've noticed that I'm praying differently. I'm no longer praying, don't get me wrong, I will want to manifest my home. I can't even say a dream job, because I still believe that I don't want to work for anyone ever again. But my career, what I'm supposed to do, my purpose career, and things like that. And I've been praying more to have faith to, when I receive my blessings, to not only educate me on how to keep them, but to multiply them, how to give to and serve others, and how to fully align and love myself and to connect more with God. And it's just more focusing on praying to get better with loving myself and doing more of the inner work, which obviously starts to reflect externally. Also, even in my affirmations, I feel like it's what we believe. So say I'm constantly saying, I am removing all blockages mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. What if I don't have any more blockages? I don't need to keep on putting it out there that I'm healing, I'm working on. What if I'm already past that phase? I don't want to put that out there that we all need work, but it's in a way of bettering ourselves, not to continuously. What if I've already got through certain chapters of my life that I'm still speaking on but I truly believe it's a mindset. If I believe that I need to be healed, I'm going to keep on praying and affirming that I need to be healed. If I feel like I'm damaged and I have blockages, I'm going to keep on affirming and believing that I have all this stuff to work on and to remove and all these blockages that I need to get rid of, and when it might not be the case anymore. So I feel like I'm just completely shifting to a different state where now what? Now what do you believe? You've got over those hurdles. You got through those blockages. What now can you affirm to yourself that you truly believe at yourself at this moment and at this time, about yourself at this moment, at this time? So it's something that I've been paying attention to, and I feel like it is absolutely just growing me up. Also with the okay, after this I'm done. So also with the perspective shift, I think I said this before, but ascension, realms, heaven, portals, timelines, they are mindsets. These are not physical places that we're going to go to. And I'm saying this I'm not no expert. This is off of what I've been learning. This is off of what I've been feeling. This is what God is showing me. So whatever you believe in, that's completely fine. This video is specifically off of my experiences only and my beliefs. This is correct for me. This is what's correct for me. So you can take what you want from it, and what you don't, that's fine. And basically their mindsets and their constant removals and sheddings of your old ways of thinking and beliefs. So they're shedding of how you used to be, and how they say like, oh, these people aren't going to go with you in the next realm. It just means the people who used to be with you with your old self, and how you used to, if you used to party and drink all the time, but you don't do that anymore and you don't want them around, those are people who are not going to go with you. You have shifted to a different timeline, a different realm. You no longer resonate with that environment, so that's no longer an environment that you're in. So they're not going to come with you to this next mindset that you have now. For example, I'll have to give examples. So say you have a clear mind. You are fully in alignment. You're believing in yourself. You're showing up on social media, or you feel like your purpose is here on earth is, and you're connecting with God, and you're leading with love and kindness. And with that comes attraction. You're attracting all the good. It's starting to come into your physical. You're starting to see the benefits of your new mindset shift, and that you're getting what you're giving out. So that's heaven. That's you experiencing heaven on earth. You don't have to die or pass away to experience heaven. Another example, the perspective mind shift change. Say you were in a relationship with someone and it didn't go well, and you know how you can, after a while, be in a relationship and you start viewing people differently from when you did in the beginning. But say you have a perspective shift, and everything is different. It depends on the level of why you guys were no longer together or had like a separation or whatever. But say if it was still something there to where maybe y'all just weren't aligning and it just pushed y'all away from each other, but y'all still had the love there and everything like that. And then say you get a tarot reading and they're saying, oh, you're going to meet someone, but it's somebody new that you never met before. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean a new person. Sometimes that means that you were working on yourself and you let go of the perspective and the grudges and the resentment or whatever you were holding on to with that person, and you finally let that go, and then you guys reconnect, and then y'all are like connecting on a different level where y'all are like starting off with friendship and y'all are getting to experience differences that you didn't get to experience the first time with each other. That's a new person. So it's like you're giving yourselves the opportunity to be different people, and to you have a second chance at love with that individual. So I hope that makes sense. But at the end of the day, basically, a long story short, mentally, I feel like I quantum leaped into a new mindset. Externally, it's starting to reflect, but God has also told me that to stop being afraid of showing up and spreading the information that I want to spread authentically. I don't have to change who I am. I don't have to be hard on myself about anything, because my God is kind, he's loving, he's supportive. He just wants me to show other people that they can also experience this. That's all he wants me to do. So I am just being nudged to show up more and to spread love and kindness to others. That's my only job, and that's what I want to do. And I'm gonna start, I'm not saying no more about what I'm gonna do. It's happening. So if you stay this long, I appreciate you. I thank you, and I hope you could understand the examples and just what I was trying to say and relate in this video. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I want to hear any experiences of things that you guys are going through right now. If you're having any mental shifts or perspectives, or if you're jumping timelines, I want to know, because this is new. So, you're being led blindly, and I would just like to hear other stories, basically. Thank you so much. Let's just try to be kind to ourselves, to others, shine bright, not dim our light, start living in what we feel like we want to live in and what feels right to us, and start doing things for us because it feels right and not because of what others are thinking, and just dimming our lights for absolutely no reason. Like, it just makes no sense. But I love you guys, and I'll see you next video.